Alright, so we're now on question 4, and this is a question on matrices. So we've got two questions, that is determining the determinant and also finding the inverse. So these are very basic questions that you should expect in every exam. Okay, so how do you find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix? Okay, so I'll just rewrite our matrix. So we've got P is equal to, we've got 3, -4, -1, and 2. Okay, so to determine the determinant of the matrix P in this case, the determinant is going to be given as, so we call this the major diagonal where we've got 3 and 2. So the product in the major diagonal, which is going to be 3 multiplied by 2, subtract the product in the minor diagonal, that is -4 multiplied by -1. So what are you going to have? You're going to have 6 when you multiply 3 and 2, and then we drop the negative there, the minus, and then -4 times -1. When you multiply negatives, you get a positive, so we're going to have a positive 4. 6 minus 4 is a 2. Okay, so that is the determinant of matrix P. The answer is 2. Now the other question, which is 2, says we need to find the inverse. How do we find the inverse of a matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix? So the inverse is very simple. When you look at this matrix, all you do, again, I'll go by the minor and the major diagonal. So the minor in the major diagonal, which is 3 and 2, you swap them, okay, and then in the minor diagonal you change the signs. That implies you multiply by a -1. So step 1, what are we going to have? We're going to swap. So we're going to have a 2 there, we're going to have a 3 there. We've swapped 3 and 2 in the major diagonal, and then in the minor diagonal we are multiplying by a -1, meaning that we maintain their positions but we change their signs. Now if you multiply -1 by a -1, it will be +1. If you multiply a -4 by a -1, it will be +4. Okay, so that's step 1. Now we need to multiply by 1 over the determinant, which is a 2 there. Okay, so that is basically how you find the inverse. Now ideally you want to multiply that with whatever is inside the brackets there. So 1 over 2 will multiply with everything. So if you multiply by the 2, which is the first part there, you're just going to end up with a 1, because 2 and 2 can divide, you end up with a 1. And then if you multiply by the 4, you're going to see that you're going to end up with a 2 when you divide 2 into 4. If you put a 3 there, you're going to end up with 3 over 2. If you put a 1 there, you're going to end up with just a half, so 1 over 2. So basically what we have as our inverse for this question is 1, 2, 1 over 2, 3 over 2. Okay, so that's how you handle this question.